From the director of 48 Hours and the cult classic film The Warriors comes a movie you've probably never seen, but inspired stuff you probably have. It's Streets of Fire. Michael Pare stars as Tom Cody, the toughest, cheapest Sylvester Stallone impersonator badass in town, who along with new allies must rescue his ex-girlfriend Ellen Aim from the clutches of gang leader Raven Shaddock. It's final fight before final fight. It's got Cyberpunk's Rockerboys before Rockerboys. And it released a week before Ghostbusters and Gremlins. Of course it was gonna flop.
That's fantastic.
I love that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of today's review of Assorted Cinema, otherwise known as the TRACcast. I am your co-host, Trevor.
I'm Ryan.
Hey, I'm Aref.
And I'm Christian.
And I also want to take a moment to introduce a special guest with us. I would like to introduce our good friend of the show, Tanner.
I'm Tanner.
Tanner will be joining us.
I just watched this movie.
Yeah, we all did. Tanner will be joining us this episode as a special guest, and he's going to provide his commentary, and his score is going to go into the machine.
Cool.
I'm really glad that you mentioned that the guy directed The Warriors as well, because it was Warriors coded, didn't have the anime archetype characters in the background, like you got the baseball players and all the leather people. It's crazy. You don't have that in this. We got leather, but
yeah, there's a lot of leather, but there's not
no
so
face
many.
paint. No face paint.
No face.
When you said this was directed by the guy who made The Warriors, it all instantly kind of clicked in my mind.
Yeah. I was going to joke about that when the movie started initially.
Yes, Walter Hill.
You could tell. You could definitely tell. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, totally.
From the second the movie starts, you're like, oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
And the title we brought up is Streets of Fire. Streets of Fire sounds a lot like Streets of Rage, which is a really popular beat-em-up game. You can definitely tell that this is pretty similar. And Christian, did you say that this was like before it came out, like the game?
So yeah, this came out in 1984, and a good amount of those kind of classic beat 'em up games came out in the late 80s. And I believe there was some stuff I had read about how this movie was very it flopped here, like I'd mentioned, but it was very popular in Japan, and so there was a lot of influence from that movie on a lot of Japanese media. Like for instance, in Final Fight, one of the main characters is a guy named Cody. The character designer was inspired to name him based on this character, and some of his kind of visuals are inspired by Cody.
He is a blonde guy.
Can I just say that it's crazy that this movie flopped in... This is the kind of movie that works in America. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Christian, just lay it out for us. Tell us about it.
So I hadn't heard about this movie before. My mom had told me about it. She was like, we were talking about movies at one point. She was like, oh, there's this great movie I watched when I was younger. It's Streets of Fire. It has rock and roll. It's got Willem Dafoe. It's got all this stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. And we watched it one day, and I was like, oh, this movie's great. It kicks ass. I love it. Even if it has some issues, which we'll get into. But it was inspired from my mom, who showed it to me, so shout out to her. There's something about this movie that despite its flaws, I think there's a lot of good stuff about it. Obviously, it kind of inspired a lot of stuff, even if it doesn't kind of get its praises as much. But I think it's kind of interesting because it has so much stuff behind it. It's got so many, obviously famous actors and stuff. And I don't know. I think there's merit to the movie despite some of its flaws. And I thought that would make for interesting discussion.
Like, I don't know. Like the more I think about it, the more I think that Tanner's point about it being like surprising that this flopped, I'm starting to maybe go on that train of thought a little bit. It does have a lot that like is popular at the time, right? That like came out.
Kind of criticisms I remember reading about it from when it came out, and Aref can maybe back me up on this. I don't know if you saw this in your research, Aref. How there's kind of this the movie has this kind of blend of like 50s and 80s aesthetic
Yeah.
And I think some of the 50s stuff maybe didn't vibe with people at the time. I think maybe that was some of it.
Get over the 80s, old man. Get over the 50s, like geezer.
We're into the neon now. Well, I guess they had neon in the 50s.
Like I said in the intro, this movie came out a week before Ghostbusters and Gremlins. Like,
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah,
Gremlins is goated, so
yeah, those movies really took off.
And it came out the same day as Star Trek 3: The Search for
Well,
Spock.
I mean,
so and those three movies are some of the highest grossing movies of that year.
Yeah.
So I kind of it didn't have much of a chance. Regardless,
you're telling, dude, everyone wanted to know what happened after the end of Wrath of Khan. Everyone. How are they going to get Spock back?
All I'm saying is, if I saw this movie when I was younger, I would have loved it for sure.
It's got a lot of great aesthetics. But no, give some brief thoughts about you guys. What did you guys think about it?
I mean, without getting too into it, this movie does have a uniqueness to it. I do think it's a fun watch. There's definitely a burst of nostalgia, and the songs are great. We got to talk about the songs. I don't know. I think you should open the floor to our story.
Wait, Christian, can you take me back? Take me back to the first time you watched this movie. I need to know what age were you?
I was not much older than I am now. I was in my 20s for sure.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was about to say.
A week ago.
I watched it third time yesterday.
Okay. So this wasn't like a budding young Christian watching this movie.
No.
Okay.
This was like early 20s for sure.
Okay. So what was your initial reaction to watching this movie with your mom?
I don't know. I was just I was vibing with the music and some of the kind of cheesiness of.
But did she know that would have a lot for you, that you'd be into it?
Yeah. No. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the kind of stuff we like, for sure. But no, I definitely vibed with it the first time I watched it. I definitely could tell there were issues with it, of course.
You think there are issues in the movie?
No, for sure there are. It's not a perfect movie at all.
Tissue.
But
I don't know.
I think regardless, I could ignore some of that and just have a good old time, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
It's a good watch.
I think I have to say this movie is better to watch now in 2020 than I feel like it would be in the 80s.
I think I kind of get that.
To go back on the point where it was like, it was like, oh, it was kind of filming, it was kind of like playing off the 50s tropes with like the leather and the greasers and all that. Going even further, this movie's got a lot of cheesiness to it that obviously we would find endearing. I don't think people watching it at the time would find it endearing. I think they would find it tiring. So we see all this goofiness, we see all this we see all these cars exploding, we see all this stuff. We're like, oh, this is awesome! Like, this is so refreshing. Compared to a lot of the cinema now, it's an entertaining watch. But for them, it's like a Michael Bay movie. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be. It would. I don't think it would be.
I want to go see the funny ghosts.
I mean, everything down from like the leading actor. Sorry, I see this every episode. Terrible with names.
Cody.
The leading male
Pare.
Emulating Cody. Michael Pare emulating Sylvester Stallone. From my perspective, he sounds just like Sylvester Stallone. To the femme fatale, like almost like pseudo badass, like drive for success. It feels. If I were to put myself back into the 80s, like almost contrived, like this is just like a very run-of-the-mill movie. Not to mention, throw it to the fact that it's competing against all the other movies. Also, it was like exclusively played on like B-Track cinemas. Like, it wasn't.
That's a tough sell.
This movie was doomed to fail. In fact, it was actually planned for to be a trilogy, but it didn't get that. So
was the next one Streets of Ice? Oh. That's a fresh one for you.
I don't have off the top of my head, but I could figure it out.
Then it would have been, and then it would be just its luck that it goes up against Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
exactly.
Right.
Oh my god.
How much would it be to buy the license to Streets of Fire?
$10.
Oh, not a lot, but they try to get you to buy it for a lot.
The Far City and Cody's Return.
The Far City sounds really cool. Christian, take us into Streets of Fire here. Get us into the meat and potatoes a little bit.
Well, Streets of Fire, it begins with you get a nice little musical number, and from the outset, it starts with like another place, another time, like that's
Yeah.
it's anywhere USA. It could be any rundown industrial city.
A galaxy far, far away, perhaps.
And it's described as a rock and roll fable, which I love. I think that's such a fun way to like.
It's a fitting title. That's a fitting title, I think.
That is such a cool way to describe anything. You know, fable's just such a good word. I don't think it's used enough.
It isn't.
True. And we start off with a bang here. We go right into a song being put on by Ellen Aim and the Attackers.
Fantastic name.
Amazing name. This whole movie's
oh my gosh.
Amazing character name.
I'm gonna pause you right there, Christian. Did they ever say it's Ellen Aim and the Attackers? I was trying to read that drum set for probably 20 minutes.
Yeah, they I don't think they say it, but yeah, it says it on the drum set. It says
and the marquee,
and the marquee says it. Yeah,
and like posters.
Okay. I should have looked at the fucking posters. I had my fucking magnifying glass out.
No, so we start off with one of the best songs in the movie, "Nowhere Fast."
It's a really high energy song. A lot of the songs are high energy, and I like that.
Very high energy, and I think there just to kind of go into this before we really get into it. There's not a lot of like, they never overtly discuss like how famous Ellen is. Like obviously she's very famous. I think what's more important to the movie than the narrative is that like she is important and famous to at least this city, like
the Richmond, right?
The rich, that's
yeah,
like the neighborhood or whatever. And I think like that kind of adds to like the folky fableness of it. Like she's almost like the queen,
a local legend
of the Richmond.
Yeah, like she's this kind of shining light in this kind of, you know, downtrodden area.
Yeah, this hellscape.
It's like Greek mythology.
All the people have is the rock and roll, you know? Like they just seek it out, the arts. I would hate to live in this world
where all we have is rock and roll.
Where if you look up, you just see
and two cops. I could count the amount of cops in this movie on 2 fingers.
Yeah, there's only two dudes.
But then, so she gives an awesome performance, and then we get this very menacing kind of introduction to the villain of the film, Raven Shaddock. Again, another
played by, drum roll please,
Willem Dafoe's in this movie.
You took
Willem Dafoe is in this movie.
Yeah, he's the guy with the tunnel snake's haircut.
A very, very early role for him, but he's the bad guy.
Oh my god, Willem Dafoe's in this movie,
dude. Willem Dafoe. Wait, what?
Willem Dafoe? I guess so.
No
minor role, but he's in there.
Minor role.
Yeah, exactly.
And he very politely lets her finish her song before horribly kidnapping her in front of him.
Yeah, they're standing in the smoke, and you see their silhouette, and it's creepy as hell.
It's the cinematography at points is very nice. I like
the cinematography isn't terrible. The whole movie, there's some cool shots and there's some cool stuff for sure.
But it's kind of just a classic setup, kind of, you know, damsel in distress kind of thing. Raven kidnaps her. A woman named Reva contacts her brother Tom Cody to come back to the city.
Yeah, double first name.
To kind of convince him to help get her back.
It was totally reminding me of like what you see on an arcade game when it like says insert coin, like the premise to the game. Like all of that sequence, you know, like, haha, like I took, you know, I took the girl or Ellen Aim, and then, you know, it's Willem Dafoe laughing, and then it's like insert coin, you know?
Yeah, it's the classic, the 80s side-scrolling beat-em-up premise, you know?
It starts really strong.
Yeah, no, it definitely starts, very, very strong.
I think that's part of the charm, is that it doesn't take a lot of investment to get into at first, you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah,
it's fast.
It goes right into it. Like, bam.
Yes,
you're here.
Yeah, it's not trying to be like, oh, look, like, you know, here, get attached to all these people.
So then we get a little bit of Tom Cody coming into town on the train, and
I just want to illustrate this for the people who haven't ever seen this movie. It's like completely gray, downtrodden.
It's a very gray city.
Very gray, like terrible, boarded up. Like there's not a lot going on here. Not a lot of love.
In a city. We need to put that.
Inner city. like stereotypical inner city.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's not a suitable environment for anybody to be living in.
No children should be here.
Funny enough, you don't really see children in this movie.
Not a single child, which is appropriate, I think.
Like, how do they get to school? They don't. They don't even have.
They don't.
It's like Akira. They just go there to hang out.
I thought Cody was going to arrive and be this kind of like sheriff in town, but that kind of doesn't quite happen.
Yeah, he's was kind of like, we learned that he's a veteran. He went to the army.
Mm-hmm.
He came back because his sister wrote to him to come back to town. And yeah, we don't really know a whole lot about him like prior. It's really just kind of like he's kind of just like a chip on his shoulder, kind of cool guy, kind of dude. And with a propensity for wanton violence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a little too much.
He gets a kick on it for sure.
Oh, totally.
I think that kind of ties into the director, and his kind of like, his thought process when making the movie, like what inspired him to make this movie. I don't know, Aref, did you have anything about that?
Yeah, 48 Hours. This came off the tails of 48 Hours, which is a buddy cop movie with Eddie Murphy, and it saw some great success, and it really inspired the writers to like keep making movies like that because Paramount was super interested in it. So I think they just wanted to continue that. Like what'd you call it again?
Violence.
You've never heard of?
I've never heard of that term before.
Like,
can you explain it?
No, I'm not saying.
No, it sounds racist.
No, it means like deliberately causing damage with no reason. Like there's no reason for it.
Oh,
it probably is based in race. There's probably some race factor in that termage somewhere.
It's not spelled. Wonton is not spelled like.
It's not spelled like that.
It's like WANTON. But maybe it is.
It just wouldn't surprise me if it was told to me that was somehow racist.
Yeah, see, I thought it was like wonton
dumpling violence.
I was like, wow, that's.
But yes, the man enjoys violence.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact: Eddie Murphy's agent at the time was our leading man's agent. That's what he previously undiscovered, but I don't know if he was fully undiscovered, but he was definitely not in any form of stardom.
I mean, it's not like I don't know. No. Cody's not like terrible. Sometimes, no. Sorry, the actor.
That it's his first movie. That makes a lot of sense.
Sorry, the actor for Cody. Not Cody is not a good person, but I mean he gets the job done.
Cody Banks.
But sometimes when he does the like his own thing and not his impression, it like is okay.
He was in a movie. He was in another movie that I think is one of his more famous movies before this, called Eddie and the Cruisers. I think it came out a year before this. Yeah, and I think that's the movie he's probably more known for.
Interesting.
I could be wrong though, but what's interesting about the whole with just Michael Pare's role in this is I think I don't think he was the first choice. I think it was like Tom Cruise. I think.
Wow.
He's gonna. Originally, but then he signed on for something else.
Thank God it wasn't.
Because we might have been.
I'm reading from a source too. Pare used to be a chef, apparently.
Oh, like a last name like that.
So that there's a butterfly knife scene that was, I mean, to me, it was a little iconic.
That is a good scene. That is a very.
Apparently, that was just thrown in by him.
He improvised.
Yeah, that's the thing I do want to say, just to touch on Michael Pare's acting in this is I don't think he's the best actor. I'll say this, at least in this role. A lot of his line delivery is very flat. And I don't think he's the best. But I will say I kind of equate him in this movie to like Keanu Reeves in a good amount of his movies, where I don't think Keanu is like the best actor, but like he brings a certain level of like energy and kind of like an aura to the role that like it's hard to not find some charm in it.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to think of anyone else in that role, if that makes any sense.
He's the player character. It's like it's like Master Chief not taking his helmet off. It's it's just somebody who's easy to project on.
I think that's the thing about this movie overall is that like Cody isn't likable, and like there's plenty of movies without likable protagonists, but like there's not really a lot of likable people in this movie in general. Like, everyone's just kind of, like, aggressive towards one another.
Yeah.
And, like, the action's great and stuff like that. And there's a lot of charm, but, like, I don't know. Like, there's I don't know, but there's likable character. It's not that they're not likable. It's just, like, there's no hero. I don't know how to put it. It's noir, I guess.
It's kind of, it's like cartoony kind of noir.
Yeah. I agree with that.
It's like, I think... it's very comic book like an old.
It's almost pulpy in a way.
Yes, yeah.
And someone said that this feels like Cyberpunk, but like without like the cyber part, and I'm completely with that.
It does give Blade Runner vibes.
Well,
honestly, like the futuristic buildings and shit. It's just like the same above ground rail system and water.
They were all like cyborgs.
It's Deus Ex.
Hey, Cody, Mike Doc's got a new augment.
Cody, what if your arms were made of metal?
Mike Pondsmith, I think, said this movie was one of the inspirations when he was designing Cyberpunk.
I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Completely makes sense.
Yeah, like in terms of like some of the aesthetics, like especially like
really
like Raven's gang and like these kind of this like lawless town and stuff like that, and you kind of blend that in with stuff from like Blade Runner and other sci-fi stuff at the time. It kind of all
totally get Cyberpunk.
I was gonna say this feels like Blade Runner. So
I think Blade Runner is 82.
82. It came out before. Okay, no, you're right. Blade Runner came out before. Yeah,
Blade Runner came out before.
So
let me double check that.
We're terrible at this.
Can I just say that I think this movie bleeds enough style to where you could see the stains of it.
Yeah,
like almost everywhere. Like I haven't seen this movie before. Watching it tonight, and I could think of like 10 pieces of media already that I could probably equate this movie to.
This is definitely a movie where if you've seen it when you're like 10, you're gonna incorporate it to fucking everything you ever do.
Willem Dafoe playing like a crazy biker gang leader is just such a treat.
And I think the director Walter Hill said, too. He said something like when he was making the movie, he was like, "I want to just make a movie where I put everything that I liked as a kid in one movie."
That makes sense.
And like when you watch it from that angle, it's like, yeah, this is what he would make if he was like 10, and like you just, like
it's got guns, explosions, nudity,
eroticism.
I guess we should partly explain like what Cody kind of like his journey, I guess.
Oh yeah, we should also talk about his love interest. I don't think we've talked about.
We talked about Ellen.
Yeah, but we haven't talked about like the relationship between the two. Yeah.
He comes into town because of his sister brings him there, and it just so happens that there's a job there, right? Like, and what does Cody do? Like, what is his job officially? He's just
I think he's just like a vagrant. He's just like he's a wandering kind of
he just takes jobs.
There is kind of that undercurrent of like the veterans, like they don't have any jobs. Like McCoy, who we meet later, is a vet, and she's kind of like, yeah, I'll do a job for some money, and But no, he comes into town. We meet McCoy, who played by Amy Madigan is her name, and she's great. I love her.
I loved her.
I like McCoy. Yeah, McCoy was great.
And they meet each other. They become quick friends. And then eventually Cody agrees to meet Ellen's manager / boyfriend, a guy named Billy Fish.
Rick Moran.
Yeah.
Billy Fish, played by Honey, I Shrunk the Kids man.
Little Giants.
Little Giants.
Keymaster.
Little Shops of Horror.
And he is so against type in this movie. He is so annoying.
Yeah.
He's such an asshole in this movie.
Rick Moranis.
He's a bit of a douche.
Honestly, he's so goofy and like kind of dumb in other movies that I think I'm a fan of him being a bit more annoying in a movie, you know?
I think my issue with him is that he's just annoying. If like he was a little bit more I don't know. If he had a little bit more to play in the movie, I would enjoy it a little bit more. But he's just like everything Cody does. He's like, "Hey, what's the big idea?"
It's literally like the Chad and Virgin meme. Like,
it totally is.
Reportedly, Rick Moranis was like a complete dick to fucking Michael Pare on set. Yeah, and Michael Pare, no, he's just like making fun of him, like just doing like comedian shit. And Michael Pare was like, outside of a movie set, I could just hit him, but I can't hit him in this. It's a really funny clip, or it's a really funny quote.
Man.
He's getting rocked in the screen.
But like he just rants for like a few fucking sentences about how he just wanted to hit Rick Moranis, but he can't because Rick Moranis just kept making fun of him.
That's so funny. He's just roasting him too hard.
They're in character. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's method acting.
I can see Rick Moranis not enjoying his time there. Perhaps.
I want to be a goofy guy.
Crazy that Ghostbusters opened the next weekend, right?
That's true.
He's very much in it.
Yeah, he plays the goofy guy, the key master.
Damn. He had a disappointing weekend, and then he had a great weekend. So then Cody, McCoy, and Billy Fish, the power trio of this film, they get a tip about where Ellen is. She's being held at a bar in a very rundown area of the city. And so they have this little plan.
I thought it was a different city.
Wait, when do we learn there's history between the two?
It is at this point. I think it's when he takes on the job for Billy, and like I think Reva fills in McCoy. Reva's like,
Reva talks to McCoy,
not Billy,
or McCoy talks to Reva, and vice versa. I don't know.
Now, okay, question: Did Reva invite him back for this specific reason?
Yes,
I think.
Oh yeah, I think so because she said
maybe it happened, and then she just invited him to just come and help, keep the place secure. Is that the idea?
I think it was her way of being like, hey, like come back home. I need to see you, as a way to kind of get him there, and then be like, oh, by the way, also Ellen's been kidnapped. We need your help.
BT dubs.
Because he wouldn't have done it if it just said Ellen was kidnapped.
Probably
like, whatever.
Was my assumption. Yeah.
I see. But if it's a sister, it comes in. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The sister came and was like, we really need to commit domestic terrorism, please.
But yeah, no, I guess that's not another part of the city. I guess it's like another town. It's not very clear, but that's also kind of something I do like about it. Like, it's just so like you can kind of put it into whatever frame of mind you want. But yeah, they get a tip about where she is. They have a plan where Fish is going to be in the cars. He's going to be the getaway driver. McCoy goes in to be like a distraction or something. I don't quite know what she was there for.
Huge plot point. This is being done for $10,000.
Oh yeah,
this is a big deal, by the way.
Yeah, McCoy gets a cut.
That's a good point, actually. Thank you for reminding me, Tanner. Because he agrees to do it because he's gonna get paid. Cody, he's like, I'm gonna do this for money. I'm not doing this because of her, kind of thing.
Girls.
But long story short, Cody he's got a cool like rifle, like a lever action rifle, and he's shooting at motorcycles that are just exploding.
It's like 13 motorcycles, by the way.
Yeah, shooting guys off motorcycles. They're exploding.
People die.
And this is this is exactly like where we know that Cody is like, he's the guy we're supposed to be like following in the movie, but holy moly, does he just like, just go for it. Just really goes for
it. Those guys but they're bad guys.
They're bad guys.
Yeah,
they deserve
he's
it,
a
right?
domestic terrorist.
You don't think about the grunts in
homegrown.
You abuse
homegrown terrorism.
But yeah, no, he does that, and then he does get Ellen out quite early into the film.
Yeah, he does.
Very fast.
The party.
He rescues her, and then as they're getting away, he's like, "Hang on, I got to do some more destruction of property." Mm-hmm. And then he goes and he's
really gonna fuck up this town's infrastructure.
Exactly. Yeah, they could just leave, but I think that scene is there to tell you like he does enjoy this. Like he's not just in it because of her. Like he does enjoy taking down these bad guys.
I just love killing.
And then we get a really cool shot where Willem Dafoe is coming out of the fire.
That was cool.
He's wearing like black waders. He's going fly fishing.
I want you to know,
he's always had style.
In those rubber fucking overalls, that shit would be melting onto his skin. Like he would be like screaming.
It had to have been so hot.
And his genitals would be chafing.
I'm glad you bring that up, Tanner. In fact,
Willem Dafoe has a monster cock. Okay, now let's move on.
Anyways,
the cock in the room. Let's get out of the way.
Yeah, let's get we got to talk about the thing here.
If you're over 18, there's video evidence.
Willem Dafoe, the Green Knight's Cody, and says, "I'll freaking be back, and we're gonna duke it out."
For a second, I was like, "Where are you going with this?"
Green Goblin.
And then I was like, "Oh, okay, Green Goblin."
Yeah, he challenges him, and he says, on the 24th, that 1 year henceforth, I will do unto you what has been done to me.
Are you in or are you out, Cody?
I'm surprised he didn't lick his lips or something like that.
Yeah, he does a couple little weird things like to show he's crazy, he's gooky.
His eyeballs pop out of his head a couple times.
He does do the eyeball.
Oh, and we do have to mention that Billy Fish is dating Ellen.
Yes, yeah. Also an important plot point.
Yeah, that is so there is a love triangle as we're capturing Ellen from.
Who is supposedly 28 during this movie, by the way. She's only 18. She turned 18 right before filming this.
That's tough.
What? To do a movie like this at 18?
Yeah, I mean, to just turn 18 and then do this?
Yeah, that is crazy.
Have to be the MacGuffin.
Supposedly her final report card from high school fucking got shipped to her trailer.
Oh wow.
That's really
cool. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's actually that's a fun bit of trivia.
Imagine addressing her final report card to the set of Streets of Fire.
Yeah, it's bad.
Her grades fucking sucked.
They have programs.
It's like Pink Flamingos, where it just says it's addressed to a trailer.
Oh my god!
It says a trailer in Phoenix, New Jersey.
But yeah, no. So
they
have their little standoff,
and then they leave, and then they're just hunted, right, for the rest of the movie.
They
until,
leave.
They're on the run.
Okay, they dump their first car.
Yes.
Yeah, they dump their first car. There's issues with it.
He's like, the car's
Tensions
too hot.
rise between all of them. They all hate each other. Every one of them doesn't like each other. They just don't.
And this is where Ellen learns that Cody only came to save her because he's getting paid, and that kind of that upsets her
for some reason.
I mean, they were together. It's like, oh, you don't like me enough, even after this, to just come do it out of the goodness of your heart.
I mean, look at
but he's
dude.
killing people though.
He's
living on his sister's couch. Let the man have some money. Jesus,
a lot of money.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying look at the guy. Of course, he's trying to do this for money. Are you kidding me?
He's probably got PTSD. He's like,
for real,
start killing.
Do they? Because okay, spoiler alert. Here we go. They kiss. Right? Don't they kiss pretty early too?
No,
it's later.
No, it's only the one time
near the end.
It's only the one time in the rain.
In the rain, and then at the end of the movie.
There's that, but they leave Brick Moranis. in like hotel or whatever.
Yeah, he's getting cucked so fucking hard this movie.
Dude,
He does.
No wonder he's upset. He literally gets cucked the entire movie.
Nerd boy gets cucked.
So they go to another city to like lay low from Willem Dafoe's gang.
They ditch their car.
Right, they ditch the car.
They're like, we need to get another vehicle, and
for some reason, by the way.
This woman notices Ellen Aim, and she's like, "Oh my god, it's Ellen Aim! I'm a big fan." And
that's right.
She essentially becomes a roadie. Basically, she's a very much character.
Unclear why she joins.
She's just there.
She kind of joins, and then she's just kind of there.
It almost feels like maybe some of her stuff was cut. Maybe, I don't know.
Christian, give us your trivia. I won't take the thunder from you, brother.
I have read that this actress, she's a very prominent voice actor. She's the voice of Tommy Pickles in Rugrats. And as soon as you hear that, you cannot unhear it when you watch this movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very much an iconic voice actor.
Honestly, maybe to the film's detriment.
There was no Tommy Pickles in the 80s. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much. She's Rudy in Chalk Zone. Okay, don't talk on.
Oh, she
Love
is.
Chalk Zone.
This is welcome to the TheTRACcast.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, we should start up a Chalk Zone watch through podcast.
This is a Chalk Zone.
We just argue about Shark Zone.
Welcome to the Chalk. What should we call it? The Chalk
Zone.
No, you can't call it the Chalk Zone. You can't call it the thing of the show.
The Talk Zone.
Talcum powder zone.
Oh, the Talk Zone. Oh, trademark. Cut this out.
Copyright TheTRACcast 2024.
Oh, yeah. You know what else she's in? She's in Skylanders Swap Force. No way.
No fucking way.
No way. We got any Skylanders heads in here?
Yeah. Maybe my dad was like, oh, I remember Skylanders. Shout out my dad if you're listening.
Shout out my dad.
Anyway, that part
Skylander
is
head.
Important part of this scene. The most important scene is that they steal a bus.
Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. With a band on it.
And this woman joins.
Elizabeth really joins them.
They're like an a cappella group called the.
To be fair, she did not know that Cody had a gun.
That is true. She did not know.
Yeah, so she kind of went along with it,
but she did not object.
Did go along with it.
Right, like she did not care.
Well, she got.
So they take this.
It's a lawless place.
They take this poor music group's bus by force.
What was their names again?
The Sorrells.
Mind you, we've seen maybe 2 music videos by now too, sung by Ellen.
Well, that was intercutting between a video that was playing on a TV in the background.
Yes,
but it was also the introduction to the city that they were in too.
Yeah, it was a
No, but I'm saying that we've seen 2 music videos by this point in the movie.
Yeah. So they take these poor people's bus by force, and then eventually they go through a police blockade, where they try to bribe the police, but then Cody's like, "I've had enough of this," and he just holds them up and guns.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't just hold them up. Yeah, he boasts.
And the Sorrells end up being kind of also cool with the party we have going on.
Yeah, they have every right to be like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, you stole our bus. They're
very chill about it. Yeah, I think this kind of sequence of events really just shows how different the worlds of Cody and Ellen are at this point. I think they kind of they wish they could be together, but they kind of
got just too violent.
He's too.
I love it too much,
and too much of a badass singer. Yeah. So there's this big sequence of horrible violence that Cody is laying on them, and McCoy's all in. She's fuck these cops and everything.
Yeah, she's also a veteran.
She also says that they have nice butts.
She does compliment.
She does say that.
Well,
but she also says that Cody is not her type, specifically a few times.
You're not my type, kind of.
Oh yeah, so I did actually want to talk about McCoy and her character. Now I know this is around the time where movies were coming out and they kind of had that grungy kind of female character archetype, which I'm a fan of. I do like that. I feel like McCoy did it a little better because I don't know, I feel half the time they end up turning or something like that. They always have this secret crush on like the main guy or something like that. Like she did not care, you know what I mean? Like
I like her character a lot and her portrayal, and like how they don't force any kind of romance with her and Cody. They're just partners, and they're friends, and she sticks by him. Yeah, no, I think her character is done really, really well.
But yeah, so after this police checkpoint, they dump car number 2.
Yeah.
And number 1.
Yeah. Bus number 1 and car number 2.
Fool me twice. Shame on me, you know?
I guess. And I just want to say too, they kicked the Sorrells, and the Sorrell is an all black a cappella group. And they kicked them to the back of the bus, and it's so screwed up. I just want to say that. I have to address that. It's messed up.
It is an unfortunate visual.
It's really kind of weird when you watch it, and I'm like, what?
When I was a teen, this is all that I wanted.
But no, they ditch the bus because it's so damaged, because they go through the police blockade, and they end up taking the train. So that they go by car, bus, and train to get back to the city.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
They get back, and then Ellen and McCoy get mad at Cody. Ellen's like, you only did this for money. You don't care about me, blah, blah. And McCoy is like, oh, I thought you had some spine, man, blah, blah, all this.
But you're a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. And then Raven comes back into town, and he straight up tells the one of the 2 police officers that he's like, hey, I'll leave this town alone if I just get to kill Cody.
Yep.
With my hands.
He says he'll only bring 2 dudes.
I'll only bring 2 dudes, and I just get to murder this guy, and you'll be gone.
And you're golden.
And it's at this point that you're kind of constantly thinking, like, why don't the police just do something? And then you remember, oh, there's only 2 of some.
Yeah, there's only 2 dudes.
And they killed the other 8 on the other side of town at the checkpoint.
Yeah, exactly.
And paid them money.
So the cop tells Cody to just, hey, get out of town. Like,
kick rocks.
I'm just going to set up a trap to arrest him. But if you're there, like, I'm going to have to arrest both of you. You know, get out of town, Cody.
Get out of here.
In the city.
Fucking kill people.
And then it's at this point that this is kind of where we see, oh, maybe he does have a heart. Cody gets his money from Fish, but he denies his cut. And he says, I'll take the 1,000 for McCoy. But
and then he takes his bitch.
Which is bullshit. He could have taken more and given it to her, and not taken it. Yeah,
it is kind of messed up when you think about it.
I promised her 5,000.
Yeah, she's literally homeless, by the way, in this movie. I don't know if we've stated that, but she has no home and no job.
Yeah,
except that one that we just went on.
Like, I get the idea that it's like, I'm showing Ellen, like, I'm not just doing this for money. Like, I don't need all that money. But he could have been like, I'll take it and I'll give all of it to Yahweh. Not like, give her a little bit more, man.
so maybe not so much heart,
Yeah, but Ellen is so moved by this very minor act of generosity that
it doesn't take much.
They make out in the rain and then have sex off screen.
Effectively cucking the keymaster.
And then Ellen is like, oh, Cody, I love you so much. Like, let's just leave town. Let's just get out of here. He's like, okay, we'll leave tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Work.
He gives McCoy the money. They make up. They're friends again. And then this is maybe the most like you did
controversial.
You do not do it this way. Part of the movie of his. This also just shows Cody's not a very bright individual. Cody asks, hey, McCoy, I need your help with something. And he goes, okay, anything for you, Cody.
I like your
anything for you, Seaman.
Cody and Ellen are on a train to get out of town. Cody knows that Ellen's not going to just let him go back there to defeat Raven. So he has McCoy go with them. And then they get off at another stop. And then Cody punches Ellen unconscious.
Like Mike Tyson knockout, dude.
Come on, dude. We were just with you. You were just turning everything around. Everything was cool.
You could have stealth taking around like MGS5.
Like that to me, I think that's one of the problems. It's one of the disconnects of like the like that would be in a 50s comic.
Yeah.
Right.
The hero slugs woman, the love interest.
Exactly. So I think that's where some of the disconnect from this movie really does come from. And it's like, yeah, you don't gotta, like, I get it. Like, oh, she's gonna like fight and protest. Just keep her safe. But like, don't fucking knock her out with a right hook.
Would it have been better if McCoy just like held a gun to her or something? Like, I don't know.
I mean, like, I think it's just like,
or just restrained her,
Just like have McCoy grab her and then just like get off the thing, and then she'll be like, wait, and then just have a little like moment of like, I gotta do this alone.
Or it would have been better if like let's say they're in a they left town and they're in a town over or something, and they're staying in a hotel, and like he leaves in the middle of the night.
Yeah, Cody sneaks out,
leaves a note. Like, just do that. You don't gotta punch her.
No.
This is Tom Cody, so he could have pistol whipped her, but he held it back and he only punched her. He's that much of a maniac.
When you put it like that, you're completely right.
If she had a gas tank, she would have been fucking in pieces, dude. Like,
God, it's horrible. But no, so then he's got to get back to town. We see this really cool scene where Raven and his two guys approach the cops that are waiting, and the cops like, "Oh, you're outnumbered. We got you. There's no Cody here." And then Raven is like, "Oh, is there?" And then he blows an air horn, and like his army of bikers come out from the side. And he's got this...
Liar, you said you were only bringing 2 dudes.
Very Joker coded, if you ask me.
And at this point, I'm like, he's not that. He's probably not a stand-up guy. At this moment, I'm not.
But then Cody appears and he's like, "I'm here. Like, let's finish this." And they have their final boss moment where they have an amazing sledgehammer fight.
Yeah, the sledgehammer fight was pretty cool.
I like the sledgehammer fight.
It was very interesting, just in terms of like the weight of it. However, I am with Aref. It did the editing of it was a little disorienting at one point.
It was.
Yeah, just a lot of cuts.
Oh my god, it was nauseating.
Purpose, though. Like, if I'm fighting somebody with a sledgehammer, I think that's going to be a little bit like, I don't know what's going on,
The quick cuts is just to make it look fast and to make it speed up.
It was a pickaxe. It was a pickaxe.
That was definitely a hammer.
It definitely looked like a pickaxe.
It's like a railroad hammer.
Oh yeah. That's probably a more accurate.
I gotta see what it is.
Is that lore?
Maybe it could be.
The quick cuts made it like really fast and like just like a little too much.
This fight went on for a while too.
I mean, it was to the death, man. It's for it all,
It's for this town.
It's for all the marbles, the Richmond.
Yeah, Raven kind of gives up on Ellen. He just wants to kill. He just wants to kill.
He just wants to kill.
Yeah, totally. He totally gives up.
What are we fighting about?
Raven even says at one point when Ellen is kidnapped, he's like, just calm down. You'll be here for a couple weeks, and then I'll let you go, like until I get bored of you, kind of thing. He's not really in it for her. It's more just now it's like a pride thing because like Cody destroyed his entire like empire,
his lair.
Yeah, and killed multiple of his gang members and like blew up his base.
Yeah.
HQ.
But Cody emerges victorious. He knocks him out, and the bikers leave. I guess presumably forever. And then we immediately cut to an L&M concert to celebrate. Everyone's like, "Yeah, we're free."
Where the song "I Can Dream About You" plays.
Yeah,
we can sing it
that
because
my fucking
we're
mind.
talking about it, so we're allowed to do that.
But no, yeah, that song is so good, and that was from this movie.
Yeah, that I did not know that. I did not know they made that song for this movie. I can dream about you. It's
Fellas,
so great.
Hate to burst the bubble though. The actor for Ella Aim did not sing those songs.
Yeah,
that's okay.
That isn't Diane Lane singing. That is true.
I can live with that.
Did the quartet sing the "We Could Dream About You" song though?
In the movie, that is not the actor singing. That is another guy. The studio version of the song, because the song itself was written by a dude named Dan Hartman, I believe, and it's a Dan Hartman song. And any studio record album, like the album version for this movie, is sung by Dan Hartman. It's not the same singer from this movie. Because it is his song, and I guess he wrote his contract or whatever. Right. I want every album version to be my voice singing it.
Okay.
Did you actually know this movie was supposed to include Bruce Springsteen?
So I wanted to talk about this. So if you want go into it, Aref.
I wasn't able to read too much into it, but yeah, this movie was based on a Bruce Springsteen song, right?
Yeah, the movie got its title from a Bruce Springsteen song, "Streets of Fire."
Oh. Yes, and they're supposed to feature that song in the movie, but the execs didn't want to have Bruce Springsteen's vocals. So Springsteen was like, "Fuck it, I don't want my song in the movie."
Took his ball and went home.
Wow.
Yeah, he pulled the song.
What a turn of events.
So then they got Jim Steinman, a very famous producer, songwriter, to do the first two songs. He did "Nowhere Fast" and then he did "Tonight Is What It Means to Be Young." And when are you guys familiar with Jim Steinman's music at all, or his song?
No. I don't know who that is.
When I tell you the most famous songs he's written, you're gonna go, "Oh, that explains it." Because his most successful songs are Bonnie Tyler's "Total Eclipse of the Heart."
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it.
He wrote basically every famous Meatloaf song. Like he's known for these rock ballads, you know.
Yeah.
So that's how we got. They just asked him hey, can you do two songs for us? And he's like, sure. And then he pumped out the songs on the soundtrack.
That's pumped out fucking banger after banger. Total Eclipse of the Heart.
And Paradise by the Dashboard Light, all that good fucking Meatloaf
all that songs. Good meat.
All that good meat. But yeah, no. So yeah, that's the facts of the music. And then the movie ends with a big musical number, with the two songs, the "I Can Dream About You" song, and "Tonight Is What It Means."
Good song.
No, yeah, great songs. And then the movie ends with Tom and Ellen kind of accepting, we can't be in each other's lives. We need different, we can't be there for each other.
We're just too different, me and you.
Things.
Nor should they be.
You want your music career? I want to be a violent mercenary.
I want to slaughter people in the streets. You're just not about that.
So he kind of wistfully says goodbye to her, and then he and McCoy go off on adventures, presumably, and the movie ends from there.
But completely platonic.
Yeah.
Very bloody. Yeah.
Just a couple of bros.
Just a couple of bros on the road, destroying motorcycle gangs and.
What a movie it was.
Yeah, fun movie. I think it was fun. I think that's
fun. Fun's a good word.
It's a fun watch. It's not a perfect watch. But I think it's a fun, if you just kind of turn your brain off, and even then, not that you have to turn your brain off for it, not that it's it's like that, but I think if you just accept it as it is, and you're just I'm in for rock and roll, I'm in for explosions, I'm in for bikers and fights and
80s hair,
you'll get something out of it.
Women getting punched in the face on a train.
Maybe not that word.
The assault out of it.
Yeah, maybe not.
Were there any?
She was fine with that, by the way. She didn't care.
Well, she was like, "Oh,
She was upset about being left.
Yeah, she's more upset about that than getting knocked out.
Yeah.
Aref, did you have any fun little Aref facts that we might have? Tonight is what it means to be young, folks. That's all I got to say.
Tonight is what it means to be young.
That to me is such a perfect song to end on, because I think it really kind of encapsulates that the feeling of the rock and roll, feeling of now.
It is definitely trying to capture the feeling of what rock and roll did to to shake up music for sure.
Yeah, and youth and rebellion and love and all that stuff.
100%.
Whoa! This is one that I didn't catch. This movie was supposed to be rated R. but it ended up being rated PG just because they said "fuck" too many times.
No way.
Yeah, because the movie is not like, I mean, for the director of the Warriors and stuff, it's not as violent as it probably could be.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Like, this movie was rated PG and it had literal titties in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think there was PG-13 when this movie came out. I think Gremlins and...
No, there wasn't. It's,
Which
13 Candles, I think, was another one.
Yeah, well, it's funny because you said Gremlins. Gremlins came out a week after this.
So Gremlins PG? Like rated R or something?
This is PG.
Dying in that.
Yeah. So yeah, PG-13 was introduced the this movie came out.
Yeah,
woke liberals.
Cards ruining my fun, ruining my movies.
Wasn't it something like people were getting mad about it, and then about Gremlins and some other movies, and then
I think
Temple of Doom.
The Death's mad.
Yeah,
it's just parents being parents.
And then Spielberg.
Kalima.
Yeah.
All right, now it's time for the review. I enjoyed my time with The Streets of Rage. I think it's a good romp through a dangerous, violent, New Jersey-esque place. There's definitely a lot of heart and charm in this movie. It just, a lot of the stuff didn't really, live up to be very compelling or give me a good reason to, kind of, root for anyone or be behind anyone or, I mean, I don't know. The general, quest of it all is fine, but just, everyone's so aggressive and there's nothing, clever happening, which, isn't great for me, personally, just, in my tastes. But at the same time, I did enjoy a lot of the action sequences, and Cody is definitely a fun watch. The movie is a great watch when you're just kind of watching this with friends, which is exactly how I watched it. So I'm going to give this movie, oh my gosh, it's really coming down. I'm going to give this movie a solid 6. It's a 6 for me. Yeah, I'm going to hand it over to Ryan.
Well, I like the movie for the set design. It's a fun movie night pick because a lot of people like 80s movies, the aesthetic, how it's all physical sets. It's actual trash on the ground. They had to make it look like that. It looks like it smells gross. Kind of cheesy acting because some people aren't that good. The guy who played Tom Cody is such a goofy name. It's just the double first name. And it adds a charm, but it's also not a fantastic film. But it has fun characters. Everybody's interesting. It moves fast, and the music it's not obstructive, and it's put in a very fun way. It's good to get a few concerts. If I had to give it a score, I am going to give it a 6.
Aref, you want to take it up? Sure.
Aref passes to Aref.
Man, outlet.
Okay, so I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's a fun watch, but I think a lot of the goofiness wasn't intentional, so I'm going to grade it based off the intentionality, at least my perceived intentionality. Overall, I think the movie had great action sequences. It was fun to look at the set pieces. It was overall, it was a rip and a ride. I thought some of the characters were really interesting. The least of which was Cody. He was incredibly boring, in my opinion. And the movie definitely it's passing respect to music and to rock and roll, and that's why it is described as a rock fable, and it's portrayed that way. The music is the forefront. A factoid I forgot to mention: Cody was supposed to stab Willem Dafoe at the end. They didn't want to do that because they felt like it would take away from the final musical numbers.
Yeah, it totally would if they were stabbing. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Live for now, or you'll be stabbed by Cody.
Just
the
guts
music
the guy.
was phenomenal. The music was phenomenal.
Music was really good.
I can't imagine watching this movie without the music. It would be fucking horrendous.
Yeah, way unwatchable.
That being said, I feel like this movie was filmed and written with trilogies in mind, and as we know, it was predicted to have trilogies. So I don't think Cody was developed as much as he should have been. And most of my cinema knowledge is of more modern cinema and male protagonists are definitely written to be a little more emotional. So I kind of wanted that more, but I don't know if that was necessarily the norm with 80s movies. But just because the long story short, I'm probably going to give this movie a 6.
This is the most average
6 out of 10. Yeah. While it is a 6 out of 10, I still very much enjoyed it, and I still recommend it. Christian.
Wait, thank you. So, I mean, this is my pick, but I'm not gonna be biased. I'm not gonna be biased. So, but it's a good movie.
It's Jover. It's Jover.
So I think, like, just kind of echoing what you guys said. I think set design I think is fun. I think it's overall just a very fun movie. Like Aref said, like if there's no music in this, like I don't know.
Just Tom Cody killing everybody.
The music is great. The music makes so much of it, and I think when viewed through a certain lens, I think it's a lot better. Like how it's meant to be a rock and roll fable, kind of this over the top, pulpy blend of 50s and 80s like aesthetic mashed together. I think that's so cool. Like you don't really see that a lot. And I'm gonna put kind of the influence of this movie aside because I have to judge it just on its own. Even though I think the importance of the film and kind of a lot of its like even as minor as it might be, its influence kind of extends to other things.
Totally.
But taking that out of the equation, I do agree that kind of like I said in the beginning, this movie does have a lot of issues. But I think it's still definitely a movie that I could put on with people and have a good time, like I did tonight. And I still have a kind of a special place in my heart for this movie. But regardless, I understand some of the flaws it has kind of keep it from exceeding other stuff. So I'm going to go a little higher than you guys. I'm going to give it a 7, a nice respectable 7. But yeah, that's overall my review.
Christian, this was the first movie you watched post-op, right? Like when you came back from the hospital.
Oh yeah, after the head transplant.
Yeah, for my
after your cock reduction.
Who do you think gave you the cock? Christian looks over. Willem Dafoe's sitting in the other bed.
I do want to give the floor to our special guest Tanner,
Tanner
to contribute his score of the movie and his review and what he thought.
So not to beat a dead horse, I think a lot of my points are similar to you guys' points. I think it's impossible to watch this movie and not enjoy it at least a little bit, whether it's the music or the style, or in my case, I think I'm just a big fan of Willem Dafoe and anything he does, and any goofy character he decides to pick up. I think he's just really good at adapting to just stupid shit. Just getting out there and doing whatever the hell he wants. It's like watching like Running Man or something like that. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but it's just like a gritty kind of stupid movie where you just sit down and have a little bit of fun with your friends. I think I enjoyed it enough to I give it a 7. I give it a 7 out of 10 as well.
Excellent. Well, I just want to thank everyone for listening to another episode of today's review of Assorted Cinema, otherwise known as the TRACcast. Tune in next time for when we watch the American Olympics. What is it? Tune in next time when we watch men's surfing. Let's hope that these boys go for the gold this year.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you to our sponsor, Cigarette Filters.